Hello and welcome to Financial Intelligence. In this video, I want to explore Cathie Wood's perspective on social media and Wall Street bets in particular as it pertains to investing. Cathie Wood is the founder and CEO of ARKinvest Management, which provides exchange-traded funds that invest in disruptive innovation companies. Due to market-beating returns of ARKinvest ETFs, Cathie Wood has become a closely followed investment icon. While Cathie Wood has embraced social media and is aware of the role they play in moving the markets, she has also made some great points about pitfalls of these sites. In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 interesting points that she has made about social media in general and WallStreetBets in particular. If you like the type of content that I provide, subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up, and also hit the notification bell so that you won't miss any of my future videos. Point number 1, embracing social media in general. Given her success and fame, Cathie Wood has become an influence in the markets, meaning that other institutions buy assets because Cathie bought them. Almost anyone following the stock market news has heard of Cathie Wood. She has become one of the most prominent leading experts on stock trends and security selection. Cathie has even been compared to the infamous Warren Buffett in her ability to outperform the stock market. Cathie is not popular only with financial institutions and traditional media. Retail investors are also following her closely. For instance, her fans have built websites that track her every investment move. They sell t-shirts with her picture in the style of the Barack Obama Hope poster and with the ticker symbol of her flagship exchange-traded fund, ARK Innovation. She has been dubbed Queen Cathie and Aunt Cathie in Reddit forums. Cathie Wood has definitely embraced social media and has leveraged it for sure. Her focus on meme-worthy investments and her ubiquitous presence on Twitter and financial news channels have thrust her alongside market influencers such as Elon Musk. While she does not post on WallStreetBets personally, she is aware of the role Reddit plays in the stock market. In one of her recent tweets, Cathie Wood stated that, and I quote, "When we started ARKinvest, I understood the power of social media, yet little did I know how profoundly it would impact our business." Point number 2, not fully embracing WallStreetBets trends. Cathie Wood believes that Reddit traders are aiding and abetting the bond bubble. She thinks that most of the companies getting the attention of WallStreetBets traders had been left for dead because they had no access to the bond market to get the funds they needed to continue their operation. In other words, because of the high risk of bankruptcy, refinancing costs for these companies were high. So the value of their bonds had been depressed for the longest time. However, because of their popularity on WallStreetBets, meme stocks such as GameStop are now actually accessing the equity markets to attain more capital instead of relying on the bond markets. Cathie Wood has stated that WallStreetBets traders are, for the most part, responsible for the skyrocketing bond prices of meme stocks. She discourages investors from chasing these trends because she does not consider most of these meme stocks investment grade. She believes that these companies would survive now that they have access to capital, but she would not be putting her money in these stocks. Point number 3, pitfall of WallStreetBets. Cathie Wood thinks that The popularity of forums such as WallStreetBets has been a hindrance for investors who are eager to learn about possible counter-arguments against their own investment ideas. For example, short sellers usually put forth hypotheses as to why certain companies are not investment worthy. Because WallStreetBets traders are almost exclusively long, they have created an environment, at least on that particular subreddit, where all traders echo each other and there is an absence of alternative views. Cathie Wood stated in one of her interviews with Yahoo Finance that, and I quote, "I, as an investor, I always like to hear the other side of the argument." And that is the other unfortunate thing that is going on here. I think there are people now afraid to talk about why they are bearish on certain stocks. I think it is a smart move by Cathie Wood to consider the other side of the argument when investing in stocks. Confirmation bias can be a dangerous mental trap. Short sellers and bears always provide alternative hypotheses that are worth contemplating before making investment decisions. Cathie pointed out in another interview that, and I quote, "And if their voices are shut down, I think that will be doing a disservice to all investors because I want to know what are the arguments against my position." I hope that you liked this video. If you have any recommendation or suggestion, add them in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and also hit the notification bell so that you won't miss any of my future videos. Thank you and take care.